In the current economic landscape, there are a couple of different things that clients are doing right now to keep up with the rapidly changing market conditions here. Two of the things that we've seen most often is the shift to preserving cash. Right? Businesses want to save as much cash as possible to cover the things that you can't finance. Second thing that we're seeing businesses do is diversify the products that they're actually using to achieve the goals that they're looking for in the short term. So hanging on to cash is that's a big one, and one thing that we do most effectively here is allow customers to put large equipment purchases on long terms. Right, longer terms just mean lower monthly payments. Lower monthly payments means more cash on hand. When it comes to diversifying the financial products, I mean, Ritchie Brothers Financial Services, they've added a couple different offerings to their pool here. The two biggest ones are the refinancing product, which allows clients to take equity out of the equipment that they already own and convert that to cash. Secondly, we've got the rental purchase option. So an RPO is something that you might have heard of before, or if you don't need something for 4 or 5 years and there's a specific job that you're bringing it onto a project to do, might not need it afterwards, there's no reason to pay full price for that. So we could set up a rental for 9 to 12 months, maybe a little bit longer depending on the needs of the client. And at the end of that term, they have the option to purchase that unit outright at a discounted price based off of the rental payments that they've made in the months prior. So recovering from the pandemic has definitely changed financial practices in the construction sector. On the client side of things, for us, we're seeing requests for a lot more flexibility from our clients. Right, when conditions are changing quickly, they want to be nimble in order to take advantage of the opportunities that come up. So that means things like longer financing terms to lower monthly expenditures, discounted buyouts is another really important thing when we are extending terms. You match those up with different product offerings, for short term, like I'd mentioned in some of the previous questions, as these rental purchase options are great for specific jobs. Now, on the flip side, with buyer flexibility, we'll see traditional lenders getting a little bit more strict as things are uncertain or unknown. So they do want to go for these shorter terms. What we do on our side with our account managers is they present a full and complete picture of the business, the equipment, the value of that gear using our Rouse market insights, what the use for the equipment is going to be. So, taking all of the guesswork out of the equation for a lender gives them the confidence to continue to offer those pre-pandemic programs that we had available to our clients. So there are basically two different ways now that we've seen, or two most common ways that clients have been navigating the complexities of securing financing in this environment. Two of those being the rental purchase option, like I mentioned before, that's something that clients are using in the short term, and refinance through the Ritchie Brothers Capital Solutions program. So I'll start with the capital solutions and our refinance here, because that's a pretty exciting field for us. And what Ritchie Brothers Financial Services is doing here is it's allowing customers to access their own capital that's tied up in their equipment, turning it into liquid available cash that they can put towards investing in different phases in their projects, upgrading technology, even just the maintenance cost of all of this equipment. Right, it's expensive to run. So we'll pull the equity out of the gear that's been built up over 3, 4, 5 years and turn that into cash that can be used again for any phase of any project that a client might be working on. In the shorter term, something like the rental purchase option, or RPO as we refer to it, that's a product that allows clients to to not go through the traditional means of leasing or financing. You can pick up a piece of equipment for a shorter term, 9 to 12 months. It can even be longer than that, but equipment isn't required for every phase of a project, or 3 or 4 years down the line. For example, you might not need a specific unit. So the RPO product puts equipment to work right away. Their rental payments in the short term, and if at the end of that short term a client decides, this unit is something that really benefited us, we'd like to keep this for the next 3, 4, 5 years, or just in our fleet indefinitely, you're going to get a discounted purchase price on that unit because of the equity from those rental payments.